Brock, the love-crazed companion of Ash, is always looking for pretty girls. But when he finally found one, it seemed to backfire on him. Tune in to this theory to find out why Brock and Professor Ivy never worked out. First, let me give a big shout out to Charfelian for first suggesting this theory. However, there are also many others who asked for it. Also, a big shout out to A Brandon to the Past. He covered this theory and had his own take on it. Credit earned where credit is due. It'd be terrible not to give someone a shout out who deserves it. While I respect his opinion, I would like to expound on it with my own. So with that out of the way, let me begin by saying there are two sides to this theory. The official one and the fan-made one. I will be discussing both. To kick things off, Professor Ivy is the leading researcher on the Orange Islands. Like Professor Oak, she researches Pokemon, but her field is Pokemon physiology. She is only in a handful of episodes and only has one dedicated episode. She played a major role in keeping the GS ball and giving it to Ash. As we all know, the GS ball was to hold Celebi, but was written out due to a movie instead. So, now that you are in the know about who Professor Ivy is, let's discuss Brock's relationship with her. To begin, let me state bluntly that there was never any relationship officially stated. In the episode, Pokeball Peril, Brock states that this ship needs a captain, after Ivy had stated her and her assistants had been adrift. All the ship puns are somewhat funny. It is true though. Before Brock cleaned their place, Ivy looked as if she would have been the crazy cat lady, or rather, the crazy Pokemon lady. But nothing was ever stated about Brock being in a relationship with Ivy. I understand it's quite an assumption to think if he's going to stay there that they were probably going to be physically intimate at some point in time. However, nothing supports that thought. This is where fan speculation comes in. Some people say Brock got her pregnant and ran away from his responsibilities. Once again though, the statement seems a bit far-fetched as well. Her assistants may seem like her children, but again, they're never clearly identified as kids. So maybe she's a mother, maybe she's not, and well, I really don't think Brock got her pregnant. Some people have stated she is a man, but once again, looking at her skin-tight swimsuit, she has no room for any dangling parts. Hiding them in an outfit like that is one thing, but she leaves little room for anything else. Also, she doesn't have an Adam's apple, something most men have. Others have stated that she was having a relationship with Professor Oak, on and off. And once again, there's little evidence to support this. Considering Brock never ever minds the presence of Professor Oak, I doubt that one would be true. Another common theory is that Ivy had conducted some experiments on him, but that seems highly unlikely since her specialty is Pokemon physiology and not human relationships. So, with all those theories mostly debunked, what is the reason that Brock is so traumatized by that name? The truth is stranger than fiction, I always like to say. And here is the truth. While Brock is often portrayed as a father figure, he's clearly a teenager. The legal age of consent in Japan may be 13 as the standard. It's still 16 to 18 in several of the separate governed provinces. Professor Ivy, clearly not a teenager. Brock clearly is. Things are not going to go well in bed. Think about this for a moment. When did Brock ever get the chance to be intimate with a woman? To practice, if you will. When he ran the gym at Pewter City, he had no free time due to his duties and his sisters. Then, with Ash, most of the time, he never got a chance to go off on his own. When Brock got down to business, Ivy gave him a chance, and within seconds, Brock couldn't shoulder the responsibilities. Seems more plausible theory than most of the other theories. Nothing else would bring such traumatizing shame after all. But what if it was more than that? What if when Brock was proposing the idea of being intimate with her, her ex-lover returned, and Brock was shut down. And that takes care of most of the fan theories. Yet, I am sure there are more. Maybe she was already pregnant by another man. Maybe she was a Pokephile. Or maybe she had a kink that he couldn't do. Maybe you can come up with more. But don't go away yet. I do have the official reason why Brock stayed and left Professor Ivy. In an interview with former Pokemon anime director and storyboard artist Masimitsu, he stated his own reason why Tracy was created and why he replaced Brock. He revealed that the true reason they replaced Brock is because once they realized Pokemon was going to go global, there was a chance that Americans, if not anyone else outside Japan, would view Brock as a racist stereotype because of his eyes. Seriously, that is the reason they replaced Brock for a few episodes. Thus, Brock fell in love with Professor Ivy and stayed there for the duration of said time. Once again, it seems the truth is stranger than fiction. All this controversy because of his eyes. Really? And I thought it was going to be something much, much deeper. Well, believe what you want, but as far as I'm concerned, Brock's just an inexperienced teen and got kicked to the curb. What do you believe, comment section? Let me know your own take on why Brock and Ivy never worked out. Or leave another theory down in the comments below. Oh, and please remember to like and share my work with others. I can't get a lot of opinions if the video doesn't get shared. So take a moment to please share it. But Proto! Comment section, you're a little late with your butts today. But next time, I'm sure you'll be right on point. I have been your host, Protomario, and I'm signing out. Good gaming, and God bless. And now comes the all-important decision of supporting the Maverick Army. Join the Maverick Rebellion today. Subscribe and become a Maverick. We are a tight-knit community who desire to change the gaming stereotype into something better. Together, we will revolutionize the world of gaming and the way gaming is viewed on YouTube and across all platforms. Mavericks unite. Subscribe today and become a Maverick with us. I'm Protomario, and I approve this message. Please note that in all my videos, if I use images from Google, that I do not own any of those images, and all images obtained from Google are owned by their respective owners and copyrights. So please remember this when watching my Pokemon theories. Thanks.